AIG has received about $70 billion in TARP money, about $100 billion in loans from the Fed. Do you know where the money went?
Absolutely.
It is simple. This is America's middle class. We've hacked at it and chipped at it and pulled on it for 30 years now. And now there's no more to do. Either we fix this problem going forward or the game really is over.
When you say it like that, when you look at me like that, I know your husband's backstage, I still want to make out with you.
Elizabeth Warren!
Our closer look now at a new senator shaking up the Democratic Party. Elizabeth Warren's tough take on Wall Street has made her a folk hero on the left, even before the release of her latest book, A Fighting Chance.
This is an independent, organic movement. We need a lot of voices saying we got to have change because it's clear Washington's not looking to change on their own, and Wall Street is going to keep pumping money into Washington, pumping it into elections to make sure that their way is the dominant way in this country.
The question I really want to ask is about how tough you are, about how much leverage you really have in these settlements. And what I'd like to know is, tell me a little bit about the last few times you've taken the biggest financial institutions on Wall Street all the way to a trial. Anybody?
A U.S. Senator for only a year, she's now making an even bigger splash. Her new book is a middle-class manifesto.
No one should work full-time and still live in poverty. That's an issue we've got to deal with. There is nobody in this country who got rich on his own. Nobody. You built a factory out there, good for you, but I want to be clear, you moved your goods to market on the roads the rest of us paid for. Yep. You hired workers, the rest of us paid to educate. You were safe in your factory because of police forces and fire forces that the rest of us paid for. You didn't have to worry that marauding bands would come and seize everything at your factory and hire someone to protect against this because of the work the rest of us did. Now look, you built a factory and it turned into something terrific or a great idea. God bless. Keep a big hunk of it. But part of the underlying social contract is you take a hunk of that and pay forward for the next kid who comes along. Mitt Romney wants to give billions in breaks to big corporations, but he and Paul Ryan would pulverize financial reform, voucherize Medicare, and vaporize Obamacare. The Republican vision is clear. I got mine, the rest of you are on your own. Republicans say they don't believe in government. Sure they do. They believe in government to help themselves and their powerful friends. We are called to restore opportunity for every American. We are called to give America's working families a fighting chance. We are called to build something solid so the next generation can build something better. So let me ask you, America, are you ready to answer this call? I talk about in this book, I do a whole chapter about fighting to get the consumer agency, another chapter about setting it up. And sure, there were tons of frustration, but remember where we were just 4 short years ago. There was no agency out there to prevent the biggest financial institutions from cheating people on credit cards, on mortgages. We got together, and remember, the bank said we will kill that agency. In financial reform, I talk about it in the book, they were spending more than $1 million a day lobbying against financial reform. But remember, we won. And here's the thing, not only did we win, we got an agency that in the short time it's been alive, has already put more than $3 billion back into the pockets of families who got cheated on mortgages and credit cards. Now, the next time somebody tells me we can't change anything, I have 4 words for them. Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. We can change. We do change. All it takes is we get organized on our side. That's what gives our kids a fighting chance.